Welcome to the I Went Outside Today podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Sydney.
You do the things.
We'll see what the thing is.
That's right.
Feeling non-committal.
So far, Sydney has been kept in the dark on what we're up to today. We just told her to show up.
Yep.
And so we're shaking things up a little bit here. This is right before we actually do the thing. Usually we record right after. But Cheryl, would you like to introduce the thing?
Sure. So, I don't know if you have used TikTok or are aware of TikTok, Sydney.
I know what TikTok is.
Okay. Well, this has become really popular on TikTok. It's Randonautica.
I don't know what that means.
You're going to be a randonaut.
Yeah.
I don't know what a randonaut is.
So basically, it's an app, and it randomly generates coordinates that enable the user, or like us, to explore their local area. And people have been using TikTok to like report their findings, even Reddit. If you go pull up, like there's a subreddit of people who've gone out and done this, and they found some pretty like weird, interesting things, which when we record the episode tomorrow, Chris and I will have some of those stories for you. But we didn't want to bring them up now because we want you to experience it in its full glory.
Are they like random coordinates? I feel like we're just
Yes.
going to end up in the middle of the Henday.
So what we're going to do is we're going to randomly pick, we're going to open and expand the field of area to all of Edmonton, and we're going to randonaut the first location. So we can know where to start, and then we will narrow down our coordinates to stuff within walking distance.
So it's not entirely random. They use a random number generator to make the coordinates on where you go, but your intention can affect a random number generator.
Why? What do you mean your intention can infect a...
When we use the app, you set your intention to what you would like to find,
Oh, okay.
and then
So like don't put highway and then we won't end up on the Henday.
Potentially.
unless you want to find a highway,
Yes.
but I don't know how much fun that would be. So we're thinking you would think up of 5 things you'd like to find.
Yes.
Animals.
Animals is one of them.
Animals.
Well, you either need to be specific about what kind of animals you want to find.
Okay, skunks
Okay.
and deers
Okay.
and wolf dogs.
Okay.
Skunks, deers, and wolf dogs, so that's up to 3.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other animal.
That's all there are in
That's
the
all
animal
of the
kingdom.
animals.
It's a small animal
Well,
kingdom.
there's like
What-
bears, but we don't really want to
what-
find a bear.
What animal have you tried to get us to bring home several times?
Cats?
Mm-hmm.
I do like cats. We're not going to find cats outside, though. They're supposed to be in people's houses.
Okay, well, you're right. They're supposed to be, but that's not how it works.
True.
Yeah.
Can cats go outside in the winter?
I mean, I know people who let their cats out year-round.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anything non-animal that you would just like to randomly find.
I don't know. Some things and stuff.
Some things and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you could try money. You could try...
Oh, money's a good one.
Okay.
Could try, I don't know.
You could be like, I'm looking for a Christmas present for my mom. Where should I go? When Chris and I were doing this, we did, let's find a restaurant for dinner. That sort of thing. So your intention can be anything.
I like beers.
Yeah, you could say, let's find a new beer store.
No bears but beers.
Beers and bears. Nope, that sounds like it's going to be the wrong kind of place. For me, anyway. To each their own.
So do we want to try?
So we're going on a random adventure.
We
Oh,
are.
Nautica, like the sea,
Yeah.
right?
It's a portmanteau of random and nautica.
Yeah, I had no idea what that was. I've only been on TikTok like 3 times.
That's fine.
Trying to set the radius.
There's just a lot of nonsense on TikTok. And I think they're banned in the US for being China spies or something.
It's something about how they collect your data. There's this girl on there that tells you how to sell shoes to perverts, though. So, sometimes there's helpful things.
How many shoes have you sold?
None.
Oh.
It's a lot more interaction than I was prepared to put up with.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. I thought it was going to be easy money. I'm just wearing my demon pendant today. I'm still trying to get rich.
Nicely done. There is financial domination.
I looked into that too. It's too much interaction.
Really?
Well, because they're like ask you how to spend your, and I don't give a shit. Like,
But isn't there like part of it is that you just ignore the heck out of them and they get off on that.
I don't know. That sounds like that's not what I read this one lady, her story, and she said the guy was like really needy and like texting her like 24/7. So maybe that was just like one case.
You'll need some burner phones.
Yeah, definitely. Ugh, human interaction though.
What name would you operate under your OnlyFans?
On Only? I don't know. I wasn't prepared.
You were just thinking about all the money you would be pouring in before you
I'm
even
constantly
thought about
just
the
trying to get
steps.
like rich quick. It's like the only thing I care about. I've like threatened like several times to start an MLM if I lose my current job.
Well, I think Cheryl has the app queued up for us.
So we've got a bit of an issue.
What's that?
Because they won't let me do the radius more than 10 kilometers.
Okay.
So if your app says the same thing, then we may have to go to the center of downtown and try from there.
Let me try. Okay. Mine's also set to 10 kilometers, so I think we will need to start downtownish.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, we will pick things up after we've had our Randonauting adventure. Just make sure to keep notes on all the places we went to.
Yep.
And, I forgot to add, while you're going to pick 5 intentions, Cheryl and I are both going to pick 1. And
So 7.
So what we're going to do is one of the two of us, we've got your list of your intentions, and we will not tell you which one of the intentions we have gone to seek out. Chris and I throwing ours randomly in, and then we're going to get you to guess what the intention was.
Oh, so I had to remember those intentions.
We'll remember some of them.
Okay, I didn't remember anything. You put me
all
on the
good.
spot. Does anyone else have that song from Road to El Dorado stuck in their head when they start their adventure?
No.
And they're like, on the trail we blaze. It's a good song.
I'll cut it in.
Yeah.
I'll get it on Spotify for our adventure.
It's not Disney. A litigious mouse won't knock down our door.
No, it's Warner Brothers.
Well, shall we?
Shall we? Let's
Okay.
do it. We
Bye.
shall.
On the trail we blaze.
And we're back from our Randonauting adventure. Back to seeing our front of our apartment building also all smashed in and covered in blood. So we missed an adventure.
Yep. I like showed up at their door, asked for a plastic bag for my boots, and had my hands like surgeon hands. It was like I need to wash my hands and I need a plastic bag.
Mm-hmm. We wandered the halls to see if we could find the person who potentially got injured. Couldn't find anything, so hopefully wherever you are, sir or madam, you're okay. Good luck.
People should already believe it, but it should be said that if don't smash in front door of an apartment building and
Yes.
spread blood all over the place.
Correct.
It's just poor manners.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm distracted and spacey for this recording.
We'll be fine.
Yep. They didn't make their way to your home.
This is true.
Yes.
They're not in my home. They're in your home somewhere.
Technically not in our home in the building.
Well,
We looked. We couldn't find him.
Yep.
Or her. Or it.
Yeah. Sasquatch.
A robot
Mm-hmm.
that runs on human blood.
Yeah.
it's creepy because we were following a blood trail and it was like really quiet. I just expected it would be noisier. And you guys didn't hear any noise?
No.
I mean, I heard arguing in that one apartment we walked by, but
But like earlier before I came here.
No.
no, nothing.
I mean, I was
Wild.
talking on the phone with my friend, so.
Oh.
The bird was also screaming
yes,
up a storm.
the bird was screaming up a storm.
So maybe he heard something.
Maybe.
He's like, there's danger, and we're like, quiet, bird.
Yeah, he was probably trying to tell you something and you ignored him.
He's pretty quiet in the other room right now, too.
It's because the danger's gone.
It's because he's locked in his cage.
Other than that, we're back from our Randonauting adventure. We previously said we were going to take Sydney to 5 places of her choosing and 1 place of my choosing, 1 place of Cheryl's choosing. But it was cold and it was getting dark, so we knocked it down to 4 places of Sydney's choosing.
And one of mine and one of Chris's.
Yep.
And welcome to Canada. We kind of should have assumed it was going to be cold, but...
It was nice when I came over.
Yes, it was nice first thing, but...
Yep. And then the sun just disappeared in the course of 10 minutes and it was dark.
Mm-hmm. And our first one, like, it sent us really far.
It's true. We had set our Randonauting radius to about 1.5 kilometers at the start. As we went further along, I had the realization this could put us about like 10 kilometers away from our car. So we narrowed it down to like 1 kilometer. And about, I'd say halfway through, we decided to walk back to our car and use the car to go finish our randonauting.
Which then also meant we expanded our radius. So the way we did it is not technically how randonauting is.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can make it into a game. We made it into a game for the sake of the podcast. But typically it would be, so Chris and I went and did it, and just the two of us to try out the app. And so basically the two of you together decide on, intention. You think about it, and then you walk to that location. So we don't usually have the guess what it was. So the theory is that as you're walking from one location to the next, you may see something that applies to it. It may not be at the exact endpoint. It might be something you see along the way. And there are some other circumstances where people have kind of like tied in an experience or an event to the randonauting that not even has anything to do with the location that they went to. I guess Chris and I will just start reading some of the stories and stuff that we found. Okay, so one Reddit user set their intention to be wild birds in need of help. And at the end of their destination, they found a seagull that was injured, and they ended up bringing it to a rehabilitation center to get it some medical help.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But where did it take them? Like to the sea?
That I don't know. But it says workers said that the bird wouldn't have made it through the night if it wasn't for the rescue.
Oh, so the app is psychic.
Well, it's supposed to be the idea that your thoughts or intentions can cause the random number generator to select coordinates that need to get you to where it is. If that makes sense. It's kind of a little, yeah.
So it's like self-fulfilling prophecy?
Correct.
Ish.
Yeah. There was a TikTok user who set her intention to alien as she reached a narrow road, and the coordinates took her to a sign that read alien crossing.
Do you type your intention in?
Nope. So you just think it.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Think about it in your head. So probably the most famous story coming out of Randonauts is, I believe, a bunch of kids set their intention to find death or a dead body, and Randonaut pointed them towards a spot on the beach where they were living. And when they had gotten there, they had found a suitcase luggage just sitting on the beach there, and they're kind of laughing, what if there's a body in there? And when they zipped it open to take a peek inside, guess what they found?
No.
Yep. Not one, but 2 bodies were...
Big people bodies or little people bodies?
They were adult people bodies.
That's a big-ass suitcase.
Yep.
I don't like that at all. I don't believe that. Is
It's
that true?
true.
It is true. There's a
News
news
article?
article.
Yep.
Sure is.
Police investigated it.
Yep.
Right now, the suspect is their landlord. So
I would not have played this game if you told me about that. I'm afraid of finding dead bodies.
Well, you have to set your intention to that.
also be nice to your landlords, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, that's wild. Where was that? America?
Yes.
Yep, in America,
Where in America?
the land of dreams.
Okay.
Seattle.
Seattle's so nice. I guess not.
Not in,
Rude.
well, I mean, that one guy's in jail now. He's fine.
Yep.
I love
It's
Seattle.
fine.
I would not have guessed Seattle.
Another one, another TikTok user. I think it more went viral on TikTok than anywhere else. One woman had set her intention to find death. And
Why?
on-
Why, you guys?
I think it's just for, the clicks. You got to get them views on TikTok. She had gone to an area where the Randonaut app sent her, and she had just found a person who had recently been shot.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if she got there at the same time as paramedics or right before.
I think it was right before.
Yeah.
So her thinking was she had played the app before and did not get any results, and so she just did it as a lark. She didn't think it was actually going to produce anything, because especially if you watch a lot of like the YouTube videos of like places that are like BuzzFeed or whatever else, you don't find what you're looking for when you set your intention. So she just figured it wasn't going to do anything.
Why was she searching for death, though? Just because she didn't think...
Correct. I think she just figured it was like...
If I didn't think
something
it was going to
new to
produce
try.
anything, I would set my intention to hot dogs.
Yes.
Like, what? I don't understand.
It's the world we live in.
People are gross.
One of the ones that I was kind of hinting to before, this woman, again, she sent her intention to death. She went to the location, she didn't find anything, but she got home and she got a phone call that her cousin had passed away.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
awful.
So this is kind of how...
Creepy.
And I think Chris is right. It's gone mostly viral because of the bad things that people have found. But there are full, like, subreddits on, like, people who go randonauting and find just random things.
Yeah, part of the app, what they do is they encourage you to post your experiences about it on online. I think mostly the subreddit.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always doom and gloom. There was one person I saw who said their intention was to find death, and they showed up on someone's front lawn, and their Halloween decorations were out, and there's like fake tombstones everywhere.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And people who don't, like, who set their intentions to other things. There was one woman who set her intention to treasure. She got to location and she found, like, a rare moth. I know that's not your idea of treasure, but yeah. So
I
there's...
set it to, like, money.
Yeah.
Rent money.
Well, if you recall, you just wanted to find animals.
I did. I always want to find animals, but I didn't know that it was like you guys left out crucial information.
Well, because as you previously pointed out, if we had told you that it could potentially lead to death, you wouldn't have
gone.
played. No.
Mm-mm.
Still want to play it with your mom?
No.
Oh.
But spoiler alert, we did not find death.
No.
We were looking
We
for
didn't.
deers though.
Yes.
So
So when Chris and I were playing, at the time, we were worried the bird was going to have to go for surgery.
oh.
So I had sent my intention as finding money to pay for the bird surgery. And I tried 3 times, Chris tried 3 times, and all 3 times it's like, we can't find anything. We can't find anything. And about 2 days later, we found out the bird wasn't going to need surgery. So, yeah.
Wait, but why does it say it can't find anything?
I'm not sure.
Like, shouldn't it give you coordinates every time?
So I think when it's trying to randomly generate those numbers, sometimes it's going to randomly generate a coordinate that doesn't exist.
That, or I suspect it doesn't find any deviation in randomness.
Yes.
And then it's just like,
Or it's
well,
like a magic 8-ball where some of them say like I can't tell you.
Yeah, kind of.
or just kind of like rests on its edge, and then you gotta shake it again.
Yeah.
So last night when I set my intention for beers, it couldn't find anything like 3 times. And then I told Chris, and he tried it, and it didn't find anything twice. And we're standing right next to O2s at the time, so...
We were already near the beer.
Maybe.
We were surrounded by beers
We
and
were
liquor
surrounded by
stores.
beers.
That's true.
But yeah, I guess we should get into our randonauting adventures.
Yeah, I think so.
So if you recall, I did the first one. We didn't let Sydney do any of the randonauting.
Yeah, they're
Cheryl
rude.
and I both did the intentions each other, and we had Sydney guess when we ran into the area which
I
spot
thought
it
you were
was leading
typing
us
your
to.
intentions in.
Nope.
Nope, you just gotta think it up in your head. I should also say that it was hard to focus at times because one of us was playing the soundtrack to El Dorado, the Road to El Dorado.
I was only playing the Trail We Blaze because we were blazing a trail until you told me to shut up.
I didn't say shut up.
I also would like to note that, so our very first one was actually us just getting the app to tell us our starting point,
Yeah.
which Sydney did not like because the area that we went to, she is not a fan of.
I'm comfortable saying on the air that Clairview is gross.
Yeah.
I don't have friends there. I don't want to go there.
I heard somewhere once that the northeast side of every city is always kind of sketch.
Is that true?
It seems to be in a lot of places I've been.
Yeah.
Weird. I wonder why. So the northeast side of every city is just gross.
That seems to be the prevailing conditions in every.
I have to check if that's
Human
true
settlement.
of Sydney.
It's not in Lethbridge, but the grosser part of their city is just the downtown core.
I don't think that would be true of Sydney either.
No.
Sydney's very safe.
Yep.
The city, not me as a person.
We've noticed.
Yeah. Your northeast corner is fine.
My northeast corner is fine.
So, yeah, we had hopped into our little car and zipped off to the northeast side. And we did our first intention. If you recall, it led us to a sidewalk running alongside a Wendy's and Jiffy Lube.
Yep, I remember.
And do you remember what your guess was my intention? Because this was my intention for the first one we had gone to.
I guess that you intended redheaded stepchild.
Why did you pick Redheaded
It was
Stepchild?
the only thing I could think of when I saw the Wendy's sign. I just watched that episode of Buffy.
Wait. There's a episode of Buffy about
Where they
Wendy's?
say that. No, where they say
Oh.
redheaded stepchild.
Okay.
Okay. I
was
thought it was an
confused.
oddly specific
Yeah.
guess. So actually, my intention for that area was a really good donut.
So you didn't get what you wanted.
No, but
But Wendy's are partnered with Tim Hortons.
Correct.
I did not know that.
Yes, they are.
It's Fat Kid Knowledge 101. For you.
Whoa, hold the phone. I'm not fat.
Interestingly enough, like we had mentioned that sometimes the app does not return coordinates to you when you make your intention. My original intention was just to find some really good chocolate, and I couldn't find it in that area.
Spooky. There was no good chocolate there.
I did think about going to the Wendy's, see if they added donuts to their menu, but because of COVID precautions, most dining areas are shut down, and I would have had to walk through the drive-thru to figure that out.
No, I would take that as a win though, because Wendy's is famously partnered with Tim Hortons across Canada. So we have one win.
Well, we've got more to come.
Yep. Did you want to do the next one?
Sure.
Oh, this was when you were having app troubles. You had asked me to do it.
Yes. So this one was. Can you remember where the second one brought us?
No.
You guessed movies because we ended up in the parking lot by the Cinema 12.
Right.
That was my one for beer.
That one didn't work.
Well, so I don't know if the theater serves beer. It's been a long time since I've been there. Step 1. Step 2, there is also Humpty's nearby and a bunch of other places that could potentially serve beer. So
I did bring it up to you that we could stop for a beer there, and you were not excited about the idea of eating at Humpty's.
I don't want a beer at Humpty's. Gross.
Chris did try to give you the lowdown.
Oh.
Yeah.
Loggers are for babies.
Okay, so our third location, if you remember, this put us in the parking lot of Costco.
Yep.
And do you remember what your guess for why we were there?
No.
So you were looking at the overpass and you thought it was for a tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
So our actual reason for being there was kitties.
Kitties. Oh, we found that kitty GT scooter thing.
Well, kitties isn't cats. And if you recall, just across the parking lot from Costco is PetSmart.
Oh, it is over there.
Yeah, and it's funny because when you said earlier in the car on the drive there that like, oh yeah, if we end up near PetSmart, it'll be for like the kitties.
Yeah, because I was thought that because I get so many animals, I was like, we'll just keep ending up at PetSmart.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But we were in the Costco parking lot.
Well,
Is it stretching it?
At least with some of the Randonaut stuff, they've said it's potentially en route. It doesn't have to be at the exact location that you end up at.
So it's allowed.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, because actually, if we cut through parking lots, so
We did.
if we had walked the normal way back, we would have crossed the PetSmart first.
Yes, we would have. So, remember the weird house?
We showed up. It was like an industrial area, the
And there was-
truck
Oh,
parking lot on
yeah.
one side, and this giant mansion-sized house with
Did we figure out what that was?
big 4 columns in front.
Yeah.
I actually haven't Googled it to double check. We can quickly Google it. I think it's pretty easy to find.
I need to know
Okay.
if anyone remembers where we were.
I think I found. Oh, yeah, I found it. It doesn't say on Google's map what they do. I think they have a sign out in front.
Keep all this in
All of us just
on our phones.
yes. See?
Okay, there is no signage on that building.
Weird.
So it's just a random home in a industrial area.
It's like a house.
Yep, just
So
a,
weird.
It's like a mansion-sized house too.
It's
like
massive. The
3
garage is-
stories.
and the columns. It's just a house.
So when we were there, do you recall what you?
I was very distracted by the house. I don't recall.
So, you had said that this is where we would find the skunk.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
I changed it.
Huh?
I thought I changed it, or maybe I changed a different one.
That was the next place, I
Yeah,
believe.
that was the next place. I set my intention to where you'd meet your next boyfriend.
Ew, at a funeral home in an industrial lot. Rude.
It's not a funeral home. It doesn't say.
It's just like if it's a rich Albertan though, that means he's conservative and annoying.
Whoa.
I'm also comfortable saying that on the air.
Prepare for the Facebook page to get a lot of hate.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't care. So I'm not sorry. It was such a big house. Like, it was massive.
Either that or there was the truck lot next to us. So on the way back from dropping you off, Chris and I theorized you're either going to start dating a trucker or...
Yeah, that's something I would do because then they would be gone all the time.
That's exactly what I said.
That is exactly what we said.
You know me so well.
Yep. So at this point, we had started driving and we were able to expand our search area.
Oh, yeah, because the other one was going to take us back the way we just came, which was further away from the car.
We actually didn't even get to that point.
Oh, we never even went
No,
there?
I just kind of gave us the option because we had gotten to that point,
I just gave up.
and I was like, it's cold. I
was
feel
cold.
like going on the way back.
Our next place, this took us to a residential area, and the eyedropper put it into the backyard of this home. So we could only park out front. But do you remember what you had guessed for this place?
I guess a deer for somewhere.
This is where you guessed deer first, but then you changed your answer right after.
Right. I changed it to wolf dog.
And what do you think the intention was for this home?
Wolf dog because I saw a wolf dog.
You're totally right.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was crazy. It was on the other side, too, and it was like a big dog. Like a husky, probably.
Yep. So I'd call that a rando not win as well.
Yep, that
That's
was good.
spooky because they changed it, too, as soon as I saw the dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he came, like, he wasn't always visible. He came up to, like, see what was going on.
Yep, before we were able to get to the next spot.
So how do you feel about that
Yay.
one?
I'm happy about that. I won.
You did win.
I did win. That's a life lesson. Always drive in your car. Don't walk anywhere.
If it was summertime.
Oh, it'd be better in the summer, yeah.
So for our final location, do you remember what we guessed?
Deer.
Yeah. So you guessed deer. And it put us, like, again, in another residential area where there was kind of like a lake behind some of the houses. And I think it put us in the backyard again,
Yeah, this was the house with the van parked in the front
Yep.
driveway.
covered in snow.
Mm,
So the intention I had actually set was skunk.
gotcha. Well, I mean, animal. It's in the ballpark. Didn't even see anything black and white.
Nope. 0 things black and white.
So we got 1 out of 5 as like a real win.
Yes.
Yeah, didn't really, I don't know. I wanted a good donut, and I'm a little bit
Miffed.
against Tim Hortons in terms of
Where do
donut
you go
quality.
for your donut?
7-Eleven.
Oh, yeah. They got the
Ew.
best donuts.
They-
Really?
Yeah.
They have no reason to have the best donuts, but for some reason they do.
Yeah.
I used to eat there when I was like 18 and drunk all the time, but
They've stepped up their donut
Yeah.
game.
it's not food for sober people.
Their donuts are amazing.
Weird. I don't believe you.
I mean, it probably means if they taste really good that they're the worst donuts in the world for you, so keep that in mind.
Well,
But
okay,
they-
what makes them better than a Tim Hortons donut?
They're so soft and fluffy. By the
Oh.
way, this is not an ad for 7-Eleven.
No, the other thing is that
I have
they're
to scooch. Sorry.
the other thing is that they're chocolate dipped donut with cream filling inside, so like their version of Boston cream. It has actual whipped cream in it. Step 1. Step 2, the chocolate on top actually tastes like chocolate.
What's the Boston cream at Tim Hortons taste like?
The Tim Hortons Boston cream ones are that weird yellow custard stuff.
They have both.
I haven't seen the whipped cream ones in
It's
forever.
always sold out.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. The
But
other
it's
thing,
not called a Boston cream.
okay.
It's called something else.
The other thing is that the Tim Hortons ones, I don't feel that they taste as chocolatey with their topping. It's kind of like a brown sugary goo.
Yeah.
I'm not even like on the side of Tim Hortons. I just don't. I think the best donuts in the province are the donut mill.
Yes.
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 Hands
100%.
Yes.
Yeah. But they're far. We don't live there.
Shout
Donut
out
Mill?
to Donut Mill.
If you would like to sponsor our podcast.
Yes.
Or just send us donuts.
Yes, we'll take free donuts.
They have good donuts.
Next.
That's crazy because I told you the story about the ghost pepper donut that I read on Reddit.
Yep.
Mhm.
Maybe you are psychic.
Coincidence. I told you I'm psychic.
Yeah. The intention of beer was a total failure.
Yeah.
Although, if it was
We were
going
near beer.
if it was going by your taste in beer, maybe that's why it was
Yeah,
having a hard time.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, that's probably why. I don't think there's any beer on that side of the city up to my standards. The closest would be that beer place in Kingsway.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about randonauting?
I like it, but you have to be in a not lazy mood, and I've been in a lazy mood all weekend.
You like it considering you can find death?
Well, I don't like that part of it at all. But
Okay.
I think, like, in these times where there's literally nothing to do, it's a pretty good game to play. It would be better in the summer. I think summer in the River Valley, that would be a lot of fun. Just don't set your intention to homeless camp. And you'll be fine.
So, fun story. Well, fun, possibly might make you angry story. While we were gold hunting, Cheryl and I had, we looked at each other and we thought, well, let's see where the Randonaut app tells us
Yes.
where the gold is.
Oh, you've been using it for so long.
We have.
Yeah.
Wow.
And hilariously enough, it put the eyedropper in the river valley, in the general area and the right side of the river where the treasure had ultimately been found,
Yes.
I
like
don't wanna
weeks
hear
later.
that. How far, though?
I'd say within a kilometer.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Whatever. That game is stupid.
The other thing is when Chris and I were playing it previously, of course, you know, your brother and I, we set one of the intentions to haunted just to see what it would do.
I just rolled my eyes so hard.
It actually put us in like, there's like a green belt in South Common between the railroad tracks behind IKEA and Golf Town / Staples / Michaels. And it put us in there and we found nothing haunted.
Although this little strip of land would be a perfect place to hide a body.
It would be.
It's sort of like fenced off almost on both sides.
Yeah.
It's like filled with tall reeds. We were pushing away through deep brush. Along the way we found, I think it looked like a welder's glove.
Yep.
We found,
Like a rundown ottoman that looked like somebody might have been using.
right, a
Didn't
cube
you
Yeah.
just
ottoman.
lecture me about not going through tall grass because of ticks?
Yes, but
But you went through tall grass?
yes, it's my job. I do that on a daily, well, not daily basis, but at least a weekly or monthly basis. It's my
I
job.
feel like you shouldn't go in your spare time then. I feel like your risk is already used up.
No, it's fine.
Oh wow. But you didn't find anything haunted.
No.
No, but it would be the perfect place for a ghost to direct people to find his body, would be.
Well, you should actually do some good for humanity. I read one time on, I have no idea where or if it was a credible source, but there was like a serial killer that operated on the south side of like the outskirts of Edmonton.
Mm-hmm.
You should go like solve that.
Okay. We'll look into that.
Randonaut style,
Yep.
Yeah.
you can help.
I mean, I'm good. I'm fine.
The other thing that we did on that night, because that was kind of our date night, was to play Randonauting, is we asked it to find us a restaurant. And this is during the height of COVID, so very few places are actually open. So the first restaurant it took us to was closed, and the second restaurant it took us to was closed.
Do you mean it's in like the quote unquote height where we had like 500 cases and they locked everything down?
More so the first lockdown.
Yes, the first lockdown
where you
that we
couldn't
had.
sit in a restaurant anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. But we only had like 500 cases and now we have like over 5,000.
Yes. Well, Alberta wide, not Edmonton
No,
wide.
that's Edmonton.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Edmonton active cases.
Oh, wow.
Hooray for Edmonton.
Yay.
But that's what I meant. Like when you say the height of, like you
Yes.
weren't out running around when there was thousands of cases.
No.
Like our height of our lockdown, there was 500 cases.
Yes.
In a city of 1 million
Yes,
people.
correct.
We were at the
Otherwise, you guys
height,
are gonna get flamed so hard.
the height of the foothills that is the mountain range of COVID.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
you should clarify.
fair enough. So we actually, the third time, it brought us to this Korean restaurant that we had never been to. Was it Korean?
Yes.
Yeah. Restaurant that we had never been to before. And it was a cute little, like, cafe style. It had, like, arches on the inside, very romantic setting. We had, like, a table to ourselves, like, away from everyone else. And it was delicious. Yeah.
Did they have that, like, I don't know, like the Korean style barbecue sauce like Koryo has?
Oh, that I don't know.
That barbecue sauce is crack. Shout out. I'm just gonna, for our 5 listeners, plug all the things I like.
Sydney's hoping to get some sponsorships from places she enjoys.
Yeah, just like the manufacturer of that barbecue sauce.
Okay.
It's so good.
Shop local and sponsor local. Wink, wink,
Yeah,
wink,
I don't
wink.
think they are local. I'm sorry. I think it's a chain. You guys are so adventurous. It's weird that you don't like adventure songs.
I think, at least, we were kind of worried that, like, if you're supposed to set your intention, all of a sudden we're listening to Road of El Dorado soundtrack, it's gonna put us in, like, some weird sort of, like, area.
We were listening to Elton John.
Part of being an adventure is being in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the moment. I was blazing the trail. I watched that movie last night. It's so good.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, of course I did.
Yeah.
I sent you a picture.
Yeah, you sent us a picture, but I thought it was just like a screenshot.
No, I watched the whole movie.
Okay. And
Sing along?
Of course I did.
do you think they would have found the City of Gold if they were using the Randonaut app?
Yeah, because those motherfuckers are lucky. Have you seen that movie lately?
Yes.
Oh my god, they have impeccable timing. Like, really, if you think about it, the whole movie should end at the Rock. Like, what are the chances that someone's, like, running, fleeing the city with gold?
Probably happened every day in real life.
I mean, maybe, but I felt like that was pretty good timing. And then the whole volcano thing is impeccable timing.
It's a kid's movie.
So good. But I'm just saying, like, that level of luck,
Yes,
they would definitely be good at Randonautica.
for sure.
Randonautica? Randonautica?
Randonautica.
Randonautica?
Rando Nautica.
Randonautica. Got it.
Do you think you'll download the app now?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Where am I going to go by myself?
That's the idea of the app. It'll just, I mean, if you're going to set the radius really large, Chris and I will gladly join you again, but that's the idea of the app. The creator of it kind of said that he wanted to set it up as a way to like explore your area and potentially take you to places that you wouldn't normally go.
There's nothing in my area. Just houses.
But you found a nice cafe.
Oh, yeah. That's it, though.
So far as you know.
I look at Google Maps, though. There's nothing around there. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to probably won't download it today. It's like a summer game, I think.
Yeah.
So, would you like to do a Randonautica Part 2
Maybe.
in the summertime?
I don't know if you can be trusted with all your death-finding intentions and haunted-finding intentions.
Hey, I just wanted to find chocolate this time. I went easy on you.
That's true.
Fun fact, Chris and I had already set that we were going to say, one of us was going to say haunted, and he thought I was going to say haunted, and I thought he had said haunted. So
That's true.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So had I actually read his notes, I would have seen that he did not do haunted, and I would have selected haunted.
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would probably do it again in the summer.
Well, at least with the theory that they potentially are going to be locking down Edmonton again in the next couple weeks, we may have to find some more online events for you to do.
Mm-hmm. You find anything good?
I haven't looked. It's kind of, unfortunately, with like Eventbrite, I need to look like within a week or two to see what the events are that are going on.
Yeah, no one's making long-term plans on
No.
Eventbrite right now.
So there's all these people playing this game where it takes you to find spooky coincidental stuff and no one set their fucking intention to vaccine for COVID.
Maybe.
You could be the first.
It's probably like the CEO of Pfizer. That's the real that's the real way it happened.
Boy, that was easy.
Well, and there's a lot of people out there that like believe the science is behind it is like confirmation bias, right? So that whole idea that if you're looking for there to be a connection, you'll find the connection.
Yeah, that's 100% what
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Although I thought that you typed it in, so then I thought maybe there was like keywords or something, like
Yeah.
it was based on Google Maps or something.
But yeah, no, it's not 100%
All
random.
through the power of your mind.
Alien Crossing's pretty good though.
Yeah, that one was
That's
pretty
a
funny.
pretty good
Yeah.
coincidence.
I like the seagull one too. It gave me goosebumps.
I got nothing for the suitcase one, but I have to reckon that if you're doing this like millions of times,
Yeah.
like eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my favorite on Reddit was the one where the people set their intention to unexplainable, and there was just an orange sofa in the middle of a field.
Ah, that's funny.
One of the other podcasts that I listened to, they had one where there was a couple. They both set different intentions for the app, and it brought them to a spot. And it was like this beautiful place, like near a lake with like this kind of like chapel set up or whatever. And when they like compared notes, she had said she was looking for a place that they would get married, and he said he was looking for a place where he would propose to her, and it ended up bringing them to like this really romantic like spot with like a outdoor chapel. So that's kind of
Gross.
cute.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a little cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So stuff like that. It's just trying to like get you out of your comfort zone and try out new things.
I like my comfort zone.
Well,
It's comfortable there.
I should bring up at this point, this is our 10th recorded episode
mm-hmm.
as of this moment, which was our original goal,
Yes.
was to do at least 10.
10.
How are you guys feeling?
Yeah, we still have to edit out my hard-on rant from episode 6. Otherwise, I'm feeling fine.
Do we want to keep going? Do we want to just like once a month do an episode, or do we want to do just like the holidays, revisit our season when COVID sorts its life out?
We need something bigger to end on than this.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking, is like once a month is not that bad.
Yeah, I'm fine to keep recording.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So keep going.
Yeah.
And we do have like other ideas, other plans.
Yeah.
Yep. Cheryl has some really good ideas for a Valentine's Day special.
Mm-hmm.
I liked your idea last year.
Well, you're gonna get a new one this year.
Oh, I like the one with the chocolate fountain.
Well, I suspect
what
they're
I would
not gonna
prefer.
let a chocolate fountain occur again
For a while.
for a while.
We could build one.
Can we? That we could just change the name of our episode to I went to your house and we made a chocolate fountain.
So I don't have a chocolate fountain, but I do have a fondue pot, and I do have the melting pot cookbook.
I feel like we can make a chocolate fountain. We just need some tubes.
If you want to give it a try, have at her.
Like, do you want the Bellagio fountain style of chocolate fountain? What are you
Ooh,
expecting?
if we could like time it to music, that would be great.
LED lights?
No, I just never had a chocolate fountain before.
Oh.
I'm going to go to the Home Depot landscaping section and get one of those outdoor fountains and just put chocolate through it.
Yeah, I think we can make this work.
You know, like the ones where they have like the little frog in a cowboy hat and he's fishing.
That's real specific, but I mean, yeah.
You're going to gum up that fountain so
I have
badly.
lots of great ideas for our podcast. They mainly like revolve around errands that I have to do. So we could do like episode 11, I went to buy pants today.
And do you think we could get a full episode out of you buying pants?
Yeah, if you've ever seen me try to pick out clothing, especially online, there's a lot there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of anxiety and indecision and spiraling. It'll be fine. There'll be tons of one-liners for content.
That's fair.
I don't have any real ideas.
That's all good.
Cheryl has plenty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm always finding more. I just need to figure out which ones are going to be the most fun or entertaining.
I don't think there's going to be any like crazy actually going outside until like June of next year.
Well, and one of the things that we had when we had started the podcast and suggested was the rage room. And I suspect the rage rooms are also going to be closed here pretty damn fast.
Mm-hmm.
So we're probably going to have to hold off on that one until a little bit longer. Chris is just opening his notebook of...
Did we do
Ideas.
any of the original?
We did.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, we did the traffic light party. It just didn't work out.
Past life regression.
We did.
Right.
Oh, right. We have our...
Yep.
All right. I'm trying to look. Yeah, the Krav Maga lessons are probably not being done.
No.
That I don't think you can do Krav Maga with social distancing. You just sort of be flailing at each other from across a room.
I have like no upper body strength anyway, so.
Creationist Museum we did. We might still be able to do the Staring Cult. The
Yeah.
Furry
I wonder
Convention.
if they've gone online.
They might have.
Let's try and do the staring cult.
Furry Convention. They are canceled for sure.
I
At
feel like
least
that's
until
as-
next year.
Masky as you can get. Probably better than an N95.
Anime-thon.
Speed dating.
Anime-thon, speed dating.
Speed dating was a bust, and Anna's banned from that company.
Ekankar.
Was that a different cult?
Yes.
Yep.
Kind of.
That might still be going on.
I think Ekankar is technically a religion, but...
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
The Room. So far, Metro Cinema hasn't been playing it yet.
No.
We have some ideas to do that one at home, but we're not sure. At least I'm not sure it would be the same.
No.
I feel like it counts as I went outside today because I would have to go outside.
Yes, you'd
We
have
could
to come
combine
here.
the room and a chocolate fountain.
But I wouldn't make a full episode unless you're making commentaries on the chocolate and the fountain.
And the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And hypnotherapy, which I'm not sure you can do online. I mean, you did do past life regression. So maybe you did that one online. So
Yeah.
maybe you do hypnotherapy online.
Well, I didn't really get past life regress, though.
No?
What about Sybil?
Yeah, what about Sybil?
No dreams. No concerns.
No.
So you're not like brushing your teeth and then you open the medicine cabinet mirror and then you close it back and when there was no one behind you before, suddenly there's a small girl with dead eyes staring at you.
I do
In
not
the
have
reflection?
a medicine cabinet.
Oh. Well, that's probably
Solves
why
a
you
lot of
haven't heard from
problems.
Sybil.
Ah,
Mhm.
didn't know that was the key.
Yeah, we'll be able to find, I think, some more things to do.
Yeah, I'm out of things to say.
You could also discuss your online business.
Which one?
Was it the selling of shoes?
Oh,
Yeah,
I just like tried to look into it. I just looked into it because we were talking about TikTok. Because there's a lady on TikTok that shows you how to sell unconventional things.
Stay tuned for Sydney's OnlyFans.
No, it's not on OnlyFans. There's just like, she shows you how to sell like shoes and stuff. You're not even allowed to on eBay, which I think is discriminatory.
How's that discriminatory?
You should be able to sell whatever you want on eBay.
Oh.
You're like fully not allowed to sell shoes on eBay
At all?
that are like super worn with the explicit intention of selling them to someone that's going to smell them.
Even if you take it as aromatherapy.
No, you're not allowed.
Okay.
Like if you put like smelly shoes, it'll get banned. Your listing will get banned.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, that is it for today's podcast. And our Randonauting adventure was fun, and I would like to do a part 2 next time with a haunted location, maybe.
No, I'll do another one, but not for haunted locations.
I sense some hesitation there.
Just for nice things, not
We'll
for
see.
not nice things.
We'll see. So before we sign off here, we got to have our guesses again. Our Demort
Our Demort guesses. Okay.
of Sydney's mysterious mail from
I
her
regret
past.
bringing this up. I was very drunk when I brought this up, and I regret it.
So we have Alan Demort,
No,
Alex Demort,
no.
Billy Demort.
No, Billy's my landlord's name. Oh, I shouldn't cut that. No. Oh my god. I give out so much personal information.
How much have you been drinking?
Not that much. I have had one drink and 5 sips.
Well, if you ever wind up in a suitcase on the beach, now we know which landlord to look at first.
True. He's very nice. I don't think he would.
To be fair, there's a lot of people with the name Billy out there.
I hope so.
Will, Willie, Billiam, William.
Just move along.
Sam Demort
No.
and Abe Demort.
Why would I date an Abe?
Who knows?
Really? Abe?
We live in Alberta. It's got a lot of like
I've never met
old
anyone
school
named
conservative people here.
Abe. I seriously regret bringing this up.
Freddie Demort,
No.
Jason Demort,
No.
Jack Demort,
No.
Norm Demort.
No. I actually have a very hardcore policy. I wouldn't date anyone with a name related to someone. Wait, does that make sense?
You wouldn't
if
date
someone's-
somebody
yeah.
who's got this name as somebody you're
As like my
related
dad
to.
or my
yeah.
I've turned down many Chris's.
Yes, and Kevin's, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Too.
tons of Kevins.
Yeah,
And last guess is Harrison Demort.
No.
We'll
tried.
keep guessing.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is now that I think about it, I've definitely mentioned this person's name to you before.
Okay.
You're never gonna get it. Can
Well-
we put a cap on this at some point? Can I win a prize when you don't guess it?
If by the 50th episode we have not
The
guessed
50th?
it, we're at 10.
That's like, how many guesses are you doing?
I don't
That's
know.
many guesses. That's all the names.
It's not all the names.
That's all the names.
There's more than 50 names.
Yes. If we're making 5 guesses each, 50 episodes, that would be what? 10 per episode, so 500 names?
I'm thinking we're like the 15th episode.
So,
What do you think would make a good prize?
yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
beers from that place I like.
Okay, but we've done that before and
Never
not
gets
a
old.
surprise.
Yeah, I kind of need to get everyone beers already because of
Yeah.
the money spell.
The money spell.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
How many beers did you promise me?
I promised a case of beer, and then you said a case of what?
So you owe me a case of beer?
Well, he owes us.
The podcast.
Oh.
Yes, the podcast, a case of beer.
Can I
But-
pay?
Yeah, you can pick. Sydney is completely happy with herself with a smug smile on her
Yeah, I
face.
don't care about recording anymore.
Mhm.
I have to be able to get it from a local liquor store. You can't send me to like Germany to pick up some random beer brewed by monks in the middle of a mountain.
Correct, and
range.
Obviously going to send you to Australia.
I was gonna say, and there needs to be a price cap on it. It cannot be like a $200 case of beer or like.
That leaves Australia out entirely.
Yeah. Okay.
Have I ever told you how much beer costs there?
Oh, I'm
It's
sure
wild.
it's
$200.
No, it's not $200, but it's like $90 for a case of 24.
Really?
Yeah, animals.
Holy smokes!
It's really bad.
How does anyone get drunk in Australia?
Oh, we did. We just didn't have any money. What do you think? I was always asking people for money.
How big is the
I
brew-
worked 2 jobs. That's how we had enough.
like the brew your own beer at home industry must be like
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Everyone has to have their own still.
Maybe. I just bought beer like an animal.
We need to find one of those places where you can make your own beer
That would be cool.
We need to do an episode like that. You can't do it in Alberta. There's some sort of laws about that sort of thing, but you can do it in BC.
Oh, that's cool.
And BC's within driving distance of us.
So we brew this within about 10 minutes of the border,
And then not tell the government we're taking it back over, because taking alcohol across the border is illegal.
What?
Yeah, you're not supposed to take alcohol between provincial borders.
I've never done that.
me neither, totally.
Ever. That's weird though, because you can fly it in.
Especially not within the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, I have to double check on the laws, but yeah, there is some sort of law about not taking alcohol across provincial borders.
What a bunch of babies.
I don't know how they'd enforce it, but I guess if they pulled you over at one of the borders, they could be like, where did that alcohol come from? But,
there's no checks, is there?
well, if you got pulled, it's similar to like...
Oh, for like RC people drove.
Yeah, if you... Seatbelt laws, right? Like the police officers aren't driving past you and like looking to see if you got seatbelts on. But if they pull you over for speeding and then they find you don't have a seatbelt on, they'll give you a ticket for both.
Got you.
Yeah.
Well, that about wraps things up for today's episode. We've learned a lot and explored a lot. I am your host, Chris, signing off.
This is Cheryl signing off.
And I'm Sydney. I did the things.
Clap, 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 clap.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for listening to this very special episode of I Went Outside Today. If you have comments, compliments, or just suggestions of what Sydney should take part in, send them to us on our I Went Outside Today Facebook page or by email to iwentoutsidetodaypod@gmail.com. Also, if you could give us a positive rating and review wherever you listen to your podcast and share us with your friends, we would really appreciate you helping our small podcast become a little bigger.